Welcome to World Sports News with Ernie. Behind the desk is your co host, Ernie. And on top of the desk is his faithful companion, the rubber ducky. We, on Sports News Review, call him Felix. Alrighty, Ernie. It's been over a week since we did the last edition of World Sports News with Ernie. Now, Ernie, for those that are just watching their first ever edition of World Sports News with Ernie, okay, we do sports that are mostly can promote world peace through sports. We at Sports News Review would like to promote world peace with sports, and one of the features is that we don't do any combative sports, as Ernie knows. But for the folks out there, Ernie, the first time they tune in and see World Sports News with Ernie, we don't do competitive sports, so there won't be no like wrestling, judo, karate, mixed martial arts fighting, boxing, even NFL football, ice hockey, field hockey is okay. Soccer. Ernie, soccer is a sport where it promotes itself. It doesn't need World Sports News with Ernie to help promote it. And for those that are really interested in soccer, I'm not watching any soccer except for the one league that's in like the NSL. Is it the National Soccer League for Canada and the United States of America? And mostly if the Toronto Raptors are in it. Did I say Raptors? That's basketball. Toronto FC, the Toronto Football Club, the Toronto Football Club, and if they're the final game, I'd be interested in watching that. But just like in the women's, we did soccer. That was the final. We did remember Ernie? Well, with Ernie, we did the live stream watch party. No, it was with the donkey. Sorry, it's with the donkey. no, excuse me. Ernie's probably looking and going, I don't remember if I did or not. No. Sorry, Ernie. It was with the donkey. We call it the Christmas donkey. Okay, so we did the live stream of the women's professional soccer in United States. I think there's might be Canadian teams, but either way, it was two American based teams that were in the final, and we did the live stream watch party on Sports News Review. So yeah, it's gonna be, this one is off a little script here, Ernie. You just say, soccer, like Asia, Australia, Africa, South America. Yeah, I'm not watching soccer there in the men's division either. It's just I'm not gonna be into it, so there's no and it promotes itself. Anyone that's interested in those countries, if you're watching soccer, or someone that's likes soccer, and they don't need World Sports News with Ernie at all. That's pretty well easy to find, not a problem, and for that. Well, like I said, Ernie, once again, Ernie, before we started World Sports News, I'm just saying that for folks out there the first time catching this World Sports News with Ernie. Well, I don't even have enough videos to start what they call a podcast. I have no idea. I'm not sure how it works. I don't feel like doing it right now. But point being, Ernie, is that before that, I really thought it was going to be when I started Sports News Review. It was just the foot of the bed with the laptop folded up and no camera, using a laptop camera, not an external camera like I am now with the two microphones on that external camera. And I was started off with the laptop, the foot of the bed, and you had to be held up, and everyone else had to be held up by the chiffon. I forget. Well, Chanel's, but when I was a young child, I used to call them pipe cleaners. Okay, now, Well, the thing is, Ernie, you were held up with the Chanel, and everybody else on the was held up with Chanel. I even made it look like you guys were trying to like put on. You had a backpack on with this, around the arm, not like around the neck. It was not embarrassingly like stringing up, stringing up a puppet with around the neck. It was like I wrapped the shit out around the arms and then had it hang. So I even had to do the Munchie Brothers like that, even though they could stand up. Oh, and the only one that was Coach Coyote could stand up on his own. Well, the Munchie Brothers would need help to stand up, but first I didn't use when I got the board, it was first board. I remember I had this whiteboard. I remember Ernie was what it was. There was no background, just a whiteboard at first. Well, anyways, before the World Sports News with Ernie, I had like only one board, one of those the bigger board than this one. This is the marquee board. I bought this later, but one of those 4 blackboards, and well, the same with the press on letters, but it was white letters and with a wood grain frame. I got 4 of those. They're a little bit bigger than this marquee board, I call it. This one, and I should have bought 2 of these marquee boards. Anyways, so like things evolved, and like I remember still. I can remember before I put down that I was going to do cold reading, mostly live streams with cold readings of sports news. I even had it up there. I had NHL, NFL, no NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, and then I had some. And then at the bottom, I would put NFL because as I was going through the list, I knew I was going to be very long on the NFL, even though it was off season. I started Sports News Review in the off season of NFL because Ernie, I was, once again, I was thinking that like I was going to do a sports review channel, and then it was like, I just don't. I would to do a channel like that. I would have to like get others to do like segments and give them it wouldn't be all these it would be different like, I could really segment, and then of course World Sports News there I could a really good one. I'd really like to have a dish and be able to watch sports like this and that and do live streams with those sports. But so and then I said, wait, I really don't watch NHL anymore. I'm only interested in the NHL if the Toronto Maple Leafs are in the finals, no, like the Stanley Cup finals. So that doesn't make for sports news review, especially if you're based in Canada. And then Major League Baseball. It's like, wait, I really didn't care about Major League Baseball that much anymore, except for the Toronto Blue Jays. If they're in the final, like during the, like it's a long season, and I was like, okay, nah. And then soccer, like, well, same thing with soccer. It's like, wait, I'm only interested if the Toronto FC are in the finals. That's it. And it wasn't even like Canadian teams. It's got to be Toronto. Something that, like I know, people around, they say folks around me would have the same interest at least. I was, of course, I was using Sports News Review at first as this, my own self-therapy, being able to talk about sports when I had no one to talk about sports to. But then I started realizing, wait, I really don't watch that much sports, as in like the NHLs, the NBAs, Major League Baseball, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with those leagues or I didn't lose. I've just dwindled my viewing. That's kind of odd how I dwindled my viewing on those sports. And I didn't realize it till I started doing Sports News Review, which was odd, So if I would have started Sports News Review in the NFL season, I probably wouldn't even have called it Sports News Review. I would have just did the NFL in review, and it would have been 100% NFL. So what was the other thing? Yeah, NFL. It's we all know it's all segmented, different departments with the sports news review, where we have NFL news with Sylvester, and that's very rarely. It's hard to do an NFL news based show when you're one person. You're trying to fill in content for the rest of the shows, and you have to not that I have to, but I want to also at least do World Sports News with Ernie once a week. I try to, but it hasn't been it's been more than a week this time. But to give it the World Sports News with Ernie, it gives it the Sports News Review this identity still, because I wasn't going to keep up that system. So I came up with the idea of World Sports News with Ernie. And I can't remember if we had CEO B Bunny at the time. No, we did not have CEO B Bunny at the time, because CEO B Bunny was hired on December the 25th of that year when they started Sports News. Well, yeah, to be second year anniversary coming March the 10th, roughly, I think, if I can remember correctly. March the 10th will be the second year anniversary of Sports News Review. And it's one of those deals where I don't know. I had a good idea, but I just didn't have the staff for it, and I did. It's such a good name, like Sports News Review, but to keep up the idea of Sports News Review the way I intended, I need a huge staff. So So I decided to go. You know what? I'm gonna just stick with sports that I actually watch. Okay, and then then I had, came with the idea with hey, Ernie, let's just use Ernie, and then it's like, wait, if I'm using Ernie, I can't, how do I say, hey, I'll watch World Sports News with Ernie, and I'm showing an ice hockey game, and someone's getting careened against the boards, and that doesn't look good. I was like, That's how I came up with the mantra of promoting world peace through sports, world sports, and of course the soccer Europe. We've already established that, I guess, Ernie, that I don't watch soccer in Europe, and I don't watch soccer from Asia, and I don't watch soccer now. But I tried to highlight sports around the world, and I did do the African games. But we only highlighted the non-combative sports from the African games, and I was so happy to do the African games. I just caught it at the right time, and especially with the idea of chess, they had chess, so I was like, okay, I'm going to keep the chess up. That's another thing too, Ernie, is a whole system of all the sporting events, the darts, the the darts, we got into a rhythm, darts, billiards, snooker, which we're having today. We'll have snooker today. Well, what are we doing today? Is it badminton? First story is going to be on badminton, and then if I remember correctly, the badminton, and then what's the second one? The sailing. Okay, we go through all that. It's like, hey, isn't sailing for very wealthy folk? But it's a sport that anybody can go and watch and see on TV, and the visuals are nice. It's a different. It's not what we're thinking. It's not like all these rich. It's not the America's Cup style of these very rich. Clubs, like yachting clubs. It's Sail GP. That's what we do mostly, Sail GP, and we have the Sail GP coming. Also, then we have snooker, and then we have surfing, and then we're going to do our odd sport review. Which this week's odd sport review is, if I remember correctly, it's the reindeer racing. Well, I think in Canada we call it the caribou. But we'll get to that. Will be the last item. So As I say, without further ado, we'll start our first sports news item on World Sports News with Ernie. Well, first, Ernie wanted me to show you the picture that we take down. He wants to leave it up, and I'm like, I understand, Ernie. You want to leave it up? It looks so cute. So, but it's the the two live crew, I call them, the sports news review. On the left is Barbecue Munchie, the younger brother of the three, but the middle one is the one with the injured neck, and on the right is Ketchup Munchie, and it's just Ernie, we just don't have the room in the studio. We have to show. Ernie says, "Why not just leave it over me?" And I said, well, "Ernie, I understand you. You're so nice, but we have to turn this into World Sports News with Ernie Studio." And so, well, without further ado, we'll start our first story again. And our first story, we're gonna have badminton. And we get to put the country of Thailand, Ernie. And we haven't done Thailand I can't remember last time. Because, in Thailand, it's going to be a lot of... Well, the main sport is very combative. I guess it's Thai boxing. We're not going to show Thai boxing whatsoever. If anyone's interested in Thai boxing, look it up themselves. I don't promote it. I don't... you're probably... Most folks, 99.9% of folks that are going to look it up, they just look it up once and they'll go back to the regular boxing and MMA fighting. So it's not like, it's different. They're not probably like it. So, but Ernie, I was in my younger days. I've seen it. That's how I've known about it. I was, I've just. I don't watch boxing at all anymore. So that's the whole point of World Sports News with Ernie, So, but well, we got to mention the Thailand, and it's I'm looking at it now. The last one was on Malaysia, so I'll have to actually go on the. This is it for the script, Ernie. I really can't use the script anymore because, I'm gonna have to go back to the old style of looking it up right now. But I'm gonna hit pause on the video so I can look up the badminton in Thailand right now. Alrighty, Ernie. I just went to the Wikipedia page right now. It's just because it's still ongoing, so it's not much. It's not worth mentioning. Names because we're not familiar. I'm not familiar with badminton, but on February 2nd, which should be I think Friday night might be the. Let's see, February 2nd. So Thailand is 12 hours ahead, so it would be right now. It's 12. It'd be 12 hours ahead. So what I'm thinking now is I'm trying to look at what I should do is go to calendar. So being that today is the 30th, tomorrow's the 31st. Okay, the second. The second's on the Sunday. So when it's our Saturday, that's their Sunday. 12 hours, maybe. That's a good. That one is a chance to watch it Saturday night, possibly. Well, one of the things I'm thinking is I'm going to try my luck with YouTube and maybe badminton. Well, or something. I'll put it all up and see if anyone is an official live stream official live stream watching badminton. I want to watch the final. The final. That's it. Not in between, not before. Just the finals right now. But I know what badminton is. I've played badminton, a lot of it. But if I'm going to watch any, I want to watch the final match between in the men's and the women's. There should be both. I guess there's going to be both divisions. I'm pretty sure there's going to be men's and women's. But we'll report on the winners next edition of World Sports News with Ernie. We will have this definitely is going to stay up for the next sport, but the one below it will be gone, like sailing. So, Ernie, I'm just like saying that we started with badminton, right? And that was like a nice start for us on World Sports News with Ernie to do badminton and then Thailand. That was a double nice, you know what I mean? Because we don't mention Thailand that hardly ever, and we try our best with Sports Asia, and it ends up being mostly soccer, you know, and for Sports Asia, it ends up being mostly soccer, cricket for Australia's, the India, Pakistan. Cricket, I'll just mention the final of the big World Cricket Tours. That's it. So, what else? Oh my gosh, netball. Oh, there's also netball. We forgot to. Well, we'll look into that. I can remember that. Okay, so. I hope I could have missed. Yeah, netball should be starting in Australia soon. Okay, well, anyway, so we're on badminton now, and like I said, most times people, Canada, US of A, we learn our badminton from start with elementary school and then getting into the colleges. Before the college, I should say the high schools. High schools are the best facilities for badminton. Because the amount of people that get accessible to, because then how many don't go to the college and do sports at all anymore? You know? So, but if you're still doing sports in the high school, you got a chance to play badminton because there's going to be more than just one court. There's going to be at least some of them could have a good 6 courts in there, and. What does he say? Yeah. So, well, it gives an opportunity for a lot of players to go on at once. So, now, I gotta fix that Sports News Review sign. Ernie, I'm such a perfectionist. I had to fix our logo, Sports News Review. Okay, so, now, well, like I said, we go to the, I'm gonna go just to the Wikipedia page just to kind of, like, I don't have a chance to do like in depth, as you say, like I don't have the chance to do like the in depth analysis and but well, mostly it's officially known as the Princess Seri Van Navari Thailand Masters. Well, or They put it as the 2025 Thailand Masters. I could have put the Thailand Masters, but I didn't think of that. I thought it was, but it's called the Princess Siri Van Navari. I was trying best as I can. I really apologize if it's pronounced incorrectly. I practiced it a bit. It was not easy for someone that's in the Western world to get a name you're not familiar with. And, it's practice. If I heard that last name a lot of times, I would get it correctly, or pronounce it correctly, I would say. And I tried to be very, very respectful, and I tried my best, but I could have just I just didn't want to not put the name in there because it seems like it's something that I would have done if I had funds like this, Ernie. I'm thinking I want to do if I win the super lottery, a lot of money, I might start doing a sports news review channel only for the purpose, better, really good looking sports news review, and I might sponsor a low tier, maybe some kind of event, because it's going to cost so much just to hold the event besides the prize money. And I don't know, it'll get somewhat, like, the admission's got to be free. Um, I guess it could be the Canadian Badminton Championship. I would do it like in a big arena, and maybe a tennis court, an indoor tennis facility. I mean, I think that's one like in Montreal, and then like that way I could I suppose what am I getting? What am I doing this for again? Oh yeah, so I could put my sports news review sponsored the sports news review. It just seems so crazy to do that for. Secondly, that is definitely looking too far ahead. I'd have to get the sports news review channel really good and relevant, and then that way, like to be able to broadcast it on a TSNs or Sportsnet. Like the sports news review would have to be a decent sized channel. You can only throw so much money at the situation where people are like, "What the heck is that?" But if it just grew on its own, the sports news review channel, I would do a badminton tournament like that, like just to promote, and just the whole point: badminton, snooker, darts, 8-ball because we're in Canada, the 9-ball. See, like those ones that would with the bigger prize money, and of course, like the Ernie, you can't put you in front of the camera anymore. You are Ernie, and like, well, how do I can't. I can only pull this off the Ernie thing right now is because you're not. You've been bought or a long time ago, as I say. I'm guessing you were. Ernie, I've known for like this version of Ernie. Remember, Ernie was first debuted 1969 or 70 on, of course, the show. I don't want to say it, but you were on that show, and you're still on the show, but you came to Sports News Review nowadays because not as much. And the thing is, yeah, I guess there would have to be no Ernie. World Sports News. If it becomes like a really professional looking Sports News Review YouTube channel, then I'd have the staff to be able to promote it with the other platforms, as they say, besides YouTube. And I like YouTube. YouTube is with World Sports News with Ernie. This is one that's definitely easy to find worldwide, which is on YouTube. YouTube is YouTube. There's YouTube, and then there's the rest. The rest are for people that, I don't want to be on the most widely available for whatever reason. I don't understand. Then again, I don't get it. It's just a thing. People like the young folk, Ernie. The young folk is like, they just want to be on this new platform. If there's a new platform that comes out, they want to be on it just so, like, they get, like, what it is that, like, yes, I understand completely that, trying to promote Sports News Review or any new channel in YouTube is like screaming into a windstorm. And someone across, like, not just across the the property line, like a house, like a regular size house. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like a parking lot, like a huge, mall parking lot, like it's trying to scream in a huge windstorm and screaming against the wind, not with the wind, to somebody that's on the other side of the building, the mall, I should say. Hey, the Sports News Review YouTube channel. That's what it'd be. I have a new YouTube channel. No, when it comes to the newer platform, of course, if some new platform just came out, and I did Sports News Review, it's like a YouTube style platform. Of course, Sports News Review is going to get a lot of crazy hits at first. because it's something like the title. It's the title. You can, like, anybody else could do the title again, but it's filling all the content after. It's like, good luck with that. Like, it's not easy. I just get lucky that I can, do this while is lying down, and now I don't have to be up. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna start to, yeah, I'm gonna get down, lying down again. I don't need to be up. I just gotta get up one more. I just gotta get up two more times, Ernie, and that's just to change the boards. And yeah, I'm gonna start lying down right now because I'm getting really, really tired, Ernie. And okay, so I keep thinking I'm doing a live stream where I'm looking at the mouse. It doesn't. It's just a recording, Ernie, and it's a difference. This is a recorded program. So we're on that webpage again with the Thailand, as they say. They call it the Thailand Masters in Wikipedia, the 2025 Thailand Masters, but it's officially known as the Princess. The Princess. Oh, I'll try it again. Princess Seri Van Navari Thailand Masters 2025. And that, okay, it's for sponsorship reasons. See, that's the thing, Ernie. You sponsor something like this. I'm gonna give credit to credit where, like, yeah, you sponsor that, and like, Ernie, I understand. You don't like to talk about the cashola. I understand. I totally. But there is a prize money of the total prize money is 240,000. But like, even if what I don't know how they're going to share it out or how they share the prizes. Let's see. So there'd be there's the men's singles, the women's singles, men's doubles, women's doubles, and then there's the mixed doubles. So we'll have a whole list of, okay. So yeah, we'll start with the mixed doubles winners, maybe the women's doubles, the men's doubles, women's singles, and then men's singles, whatever. So those are. So I don't know. I don't know, but to play badminton, Ernie, we got, once again, folks, Ernie, people that play badminton, they have bills to pay just like everyone else does in this world, where they have either rent or mortgaging a house in whatever country, and they got groceries, they probably got to fly themselves to these tournaments too, and it's not like something like the Olympics where, like, why does the Olympics use countries and nations? Is because, they're putting the bill for all these individual athletes to get the flight and all that to the same. I always wanted to get the countries out of the Olympics, but I understand why they do it, but they should. I figure out you should just do world championships. Olympics should be all world championships. No nations, no countries like that. Just hey, there's the winner. No national anthems, and there's the winner, and they just happen to be from. They can have their sponsors on their shirts, whatever uniform they're wearing. They have their sponsors on there, commercial sponsors. Ernie, I know you don't like the money. I know, I understand, Ernie. You just like to just not talk about money. But unfortunately, money does make. It's just the way it goes, Ernie. People do things on incentive. Like, the incentive is money. Is you find a segue to their next thing is there's only so much people could do, like, say for a badminton. You're not going to get the best. We said it before when we did the Malaysia coverage, Ernie, and that. I know Ernie's worried about Felix, and we talk about money, but Felix does his own gambling show once. Maybe I'll finally bring up. You know what? I'll bring up the gambling show for Super Bowl for. I gotta have Felix. Felix wants to do something, and so I'll try to figure it all out. And Felix, he's over. I remember in 1990. I remember seeing it in the house. But before that, I was saying about Ernie. I don't remember if Ernie was a promotional win from like the restaurant chain McDonald's. I'm not 100% sure because people would say, "Wait, isn't Ernie huge to be a McDonald's promotional?" Yeah, well, they used to. McDonald's had some really good promotional toys, in which to this day, Ernie, I wish I would have collected, like the Muppets one where Fozzie, Miss Piggy, and they were a decent size, and they came from McDonald's. Fozzie Bear, Kermit, Miss Piggy. That was like 80s something, 80s. I can remember. Like there were some really, really good promotions once in a while. Like Ernie, I'm not 100. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if Ernie is just a plush toy from anyone could buy it back in the day at a department store, or was Ernie a promotion from McDonald's Corporation, the restaurant thing? Like, was he a promotion? I can't remember. I just don't remember. But I never bothered to look it up because like I said, it's 1980 and it's like I said, I've had it. Someone else has had it in their house, but I ended up when they were cleaning up. That's how of course that's how I got the Munchie brother, one of the three Munchie brothers, and that was ketchup. They went and got the chip bags and they put in the self-addressed stamp money, added money, and lo and behold, ketchup Munchie came in a box. And I still remember when ketchup Munchie came in a box and was in that house, and then around 2000 when I got Ernie also, I same residents, they were like getting rid of things, and I got Ernie, and then I got the ketchup Munchie, and that was like ketchup Munchie. Yeah, 2000. I couldn't believe when I got ketchup Munchie. I was so like, well, of course I'm older than Ernie. And I'm like, it's year 2000. It's only 20. Oh my gosh, I've known Ketchup Munchie since he's been unboxed back in 1982. I can't even remember 82, 83. 84. I can't even remember what year it was. But all I remember now is that like in 2000ish, 99, 2000 is when it was like, I got someone's cleaning up and that, and I got the ketchup Munchie, and then just recently, Ernie, I found out that somebody was like, "Oh, what do you mean they were like the quote unquote the parents giving away plush toys?" They kind of were like, "Oh, I kind of wanted ketchup Munchie, like I wanted the," but I was like, I just said it was like I can't, I didn't even feel guilty. I didn't feel guilty, Ernie. I wanted to catch it Munchie. That was even before I started this whole sports news review, so I don't. So, well, anyways, so we'll go back to the sailing now. We're going to do our second sports news item, and sailing, and it's going to be in New Zealand. It's already been done. It was the Sailing GP. It's a series. I'm gonna start it off with Ernie. I'll just go quickly here. I'm gonna put Sail GP. I'm just gonna go on their webpage, which is they want people to go on their webpage and just go, hey, we're Sail GP sailing. Okay, so this happened January the 18th to the 19th. And, this will be sailing. I think, I'm not sure what's next up on the horizon for sailing. But, let's see. Oh, okay. The next one is in 68 days. So, on the next edition, Ernie, we're gonna have we're gonna leave sailing. The sailing will be left up, but this is gonna change. It's gonna be Australia, Sail GP, and we'll have the dates on it at the bottom there. So badminton stays up, and sailing will just the bottom half is like the bottom 3 rows of sailing is going to change, but badminton has to stay up because of course we're gonna shoot for Monday nights now, Ernie. We're gonna shoot for Monday nights for World Sports News with Ernie because there's no more Monday Night Football. But let's see, it might be Wednesday. This will be probably the last Wednesday. After that, Ernie, it's gonna be the Monday night or the Friday night, whatever. We'll figure it all out. We'll figure it out. But right now, I think we should just do it for next Wednesday. See, I like Wednesdays. Like be able to give you past results and future events coming up on the weekend. But the sailing New Zealand. Okay, now. Okay, so they're already okay. So it's a good thing I went on there. So 8 days from now, okay, they're gonna have this Sydney. Okay, so Australia. That's what I was when I started with this one. Okay. Oh, okay. So this one was the ITM New Zealand Sail Grand Prix, and that was part of this part of the Sail GP series. And let's see, Australia won it. Australia won. Okay, so well here it is. I'm gonna read. Okay, what I'm gonna do, Ernie, is we'll quickly go with the Sail GP next event. Okay, that's the latest news. I should. Where is there? I just want to get. I should go about latest calendar, results, teams. Okay, let's go to teams. Oh no, let's go to results first. Results. The previous event. Okay, the previous event. Okay, we should get it now. It's not plagiarizing, Gurney. We're doing what Sail GP wants us to do, and that is mention their events. Okay, well, actually, we could start with we could do 2 things. Let's see. Australia came in first. The team. Well, it's all the same boat, Ernie. Just to mention that for anyone out there, that the Sail GP series, they're all the same boat. They're all the everyone has the same, and the teams are they say like New Zealand and they say Australia, but I think they try to find. Okay, so anyway, find from that area. Okay, so, let's see. There's Spain. They came in second. The third is called the Emirates GBR. That's Great Britain, but the Emirates are sponsoring it. Okay, so Emirates Great Britain. Then New Zealand has a team. They came in fourth. The Rockwool Denmark. Denmark's team is Rockwool sponsored, I guess. So in number 6 was Italy, but Red Bull's the sponsor of Italy. Switzerland. They don't really have a mention sponsor. Oh, Germany has Deutsche Bank. That's their sponsor. And in Brazil, it's something Mubadale. I can't say pronounce it correctly, but it's something Brazil. Okay. Canada is no sponsors in Canada. It's just Canada. The United States also has no sponsor. It just says, but they all have the exact same boat, except for the colors will be different, and the teams obviously are different team members. But that's just to give everyone the same. It's not like race car driving where you're different. Like say, especially for Formula One race car driving, Ernie, where you have your team McLarens and your Ferraris and maybe a Porsche. And I don't know if Porsche is in the Mercedes. I know for sure. I'm not sure if BMW does it. And anything like they have their teams and they got their engineers and they got their different body. And they just have to follow parameters of, I guess, weight. Let's see. They have to be a certain weight, I guess. I'm going to guess all the cars have to be a certain weight. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't know if they have to be the same horsepower producing in the industry. But like it's well, that's Formula One racing, and what is it saying is that they they have different cars, and it's gonna look the different cars have different responses too. There's gonna be tweaks in the how their foil looks, as they say, the airfoil in the back, like everything. But when it comes to the sail GP, every boat will have the same exact features, length, the height, the sail, the material, and of course the work. So it's like before they're even painted, it wouldn't even matter which boat they should. It's the luck of the draw which boat they get, which one works better than another for whatever reason. Life is such. I mean, who knows? I mean, you're gonna have to. I guess the tweaks are. I don't know what tweaks they're allowed, like what to do, whatever. So I don't get into that too much. But the whole point is that sailing is like, how can you not say it doesn't promote world peace through sports when it's sailing? And of course, Ernie, the chance to watch it on Saturday night, just like late at night, because it's in New Zealand. It's gonna be daytime in New Zealand, night and a day. What would be a day ahead? And this time it'll be Australia too. And that was from the last series we did, this LGP, Ernie. And I was like waiting for this opportunity to go. Oh yeah, I can watch the Sail GP in the winter time, and which is now in Canada, and we'd be able to, like, nice dark room. Not that we're watching anything scary. We're not watching a scary movie, but nice room, nice and dark, and just a big TV on. Whoo! I love big TVs. I don't. I love 100. Ernie, I want a 200. I want a 200-inch television. Not just a 100. I want a lottery. The minimum TV I'm getting for the main viewing is going to be a 150-inch OLED television. But that light doesn't really do much. I should have realized it. Let's see. Well, if I move stuff, it's not worth moving. It just does it behind Ernie. Okay. Okay. It's just the way I didn't even, you go through all these productions. We don't run through a practice stage. So, okay. So, yeah, I mean, okay. So there's going to be a lot of good, there's going to be sailing, and there's another, oh yeah, this Australia won, and the captain is Tom Billingsley, and it's Slingby. Tom Slingby. Okay, Tom Sling. I read it was such a small font I could hardly see it. Okay, so the next one is going to be in Australia. So wow, there's going to be I'm going to say there's going to be some good interest in Australia because Australia wins the last event, and it's going to be in Australia. In Canada, it was sold out like that. The event was sold out quick. It was nice when they did it last year. So I think they caught the Sail GP thing off guard. Where they didn't probably get a chance. Like they have to go through other city ports, as they say, around the world. But yeah, they wouldn't want to come back to Canada. That's for sure. But not this season. It won't be Ernie. It's not coming back to Canada this season. Wait, oh maybe it is. Let's see their calendar. Oh yes, we could go. We got to go on the Sail GP series. We go to. Let's go to the calendar. Maybe. Okay, full calendar. Let's go to the full calendar. Alrighty, Ernie. Let's go to the full calendar. Okay. Oh, we got. Okay, so Sydney is the next one coming up. Okay, that's 8 days from now, as they say. It's Los Angeles, San Francisco, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Well, of course, Los Angeles, San Francisco, the United States of America. Rio de Janeiro and Brazil. New York is coming in June. Oh, wow. But, okay, New York is in June. Let's see this again. Okay, so, well, we got our Australia. Then they're going to go to Los Angeles on March. And then San Francisco will be still March. Rio de Janeiro will be May. So there won't be anything in April then. There won't be any events in April. It'll be in May the 3rd. It'll be Rio de Janeiro. And then June the 7th will be, the 7th and 8th will be New York. And then they're going to go to Portsmouth in Great Britain in July. August we'll have Germany. Sassnitz. Well, it'll be in Germany, August. Oh, they're going to do Italy in September. Geneva, Switzerland. Wow, that's going to be different. Okay, September. Spain, once again, gets a chance at it. And, the Middle East in November. And we're going to do, our last event will be, for 2025, will be in Abu Dhabi in November. So, Ernie, looking forward to mentioning sailing. I think sailing will stay. I gotta find more boards, Ernie, to be able to, like, more letters and one more board to. I need more letters because the sailing is. There's gonna be a lot. Like, there's no point taking down the word sailing because it's pretty well every month. Oh, maybe once or twice, but anyways, lots of events coming up. Okay, so we're going to go to the next story, Ernie. I'll have to change the boards. All right, Ernie, be quick with this because I think we might be doubling up on the snooker here by accident. But I can't remember. Maybe I should have took it down, but if we did it, but there was. Do you remember the big event we missed? Or did we miss the World Championship? I can't remember. But the next thing that came up was coming up on the tour was the Johnstone Paint, and that was in England, and it was January 12th to the 19th. And just go to my favorite snooker resort, one of my favorite snooker resource pages, is snooker.org, and it was it should be. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure it was. Yeah, it is. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay, so the final, Sean Murphy, and he is from England, and that was the winner of the Johnstone Paint. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, that was the 12th to the 19th. Oh, I got the right one. Now the other one is gonna be the. I'm gonna go. Now we had the WSF, was it WS? So we'll go that one. The WSF women's, that was able to be watched on YouTube. I missed it, being that it's such an odd time, with the 6 hours, or it could be up to 6 hours ahead. So yeah, I missed it, but it was available on YouTube to watch. It didn't have to. Okay, so we're gonna look. Where is it now? Now it's the. You type in WSF, the WSF women's snooker. Okay. I'm looking to see where was it. Okay. I want to make sure. Is it WS? That's the World Snooker Tour. Okay. Uh, I'm trying to make sure. I'm gonna be okay. You know what? It was in Morocco, so I'm gonna make sure that I got Morocco. Morocco. Okay. It's okay. So it's the first ranking tournament of 2025, and it was at a resort, the Radisson Blue Resort in Morocco. It's Saidia, Morocco. Okay, and let's see. Just who it was. I'm trying to see to make sure. I'm gonna, you know what? Just I don't want somebody could. It's, this is a hard one to find. I should have just. Maybe I should have just kind of. Boy. Well, there's okay. I am having so much trouble right now, Ernie, trying to find it. Okay, I'm having trouble finding it, Ernie. Like, uh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Um, it is getting tougher and tougher. Okay, this is not what I was looking for, and I should. Oh, okay. I can't find it. It's just so bad for me right now. I can't find it. Okay, Ernie, I got it incorrectly. It's 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 January 18th to February. It's still ongoing. Okay, it's February the 1st. So I'm gonna have to leave that up and correctly put February the 1st on this one. So there's no one. I'm looking for it, but I went to snooker.org back to the original where I should have went. I found it, and I didn't really. I found it was the correct one. It's January the 24th to February the 1st. That was the first leg of it. It was kind of complicated. I didn't realize it. February the 1st is going to be the final, and it's at that resort, at the Radisson Blue Resort in Saidia, Morocco. Okay, and you could watch on YouTube. And it says it right there on the snooker.org. It says watch on YouTube. I got still chance to watch it on YouTube. Awesome! I like to watch the final at least on YouTube, which is I'm so excited to. Okay, so folks, I got it incorrectly. February, it's still February the 3rd. Is it second? Watch me. I'm all over the place. Okay, no, January the 24th. Yeah, that's what. That was the. Yeah, it's the January the 18th to the 23rd. So this is even. It's the Jan. This is even incorrectly. Okay, this is incorrectly. It's gonna be January. Yeah, January the 24th to February the 1st. That's gonna be the actual. Uh, that one was the pre warm up thing to it, Ernie. But this is it right there. And I'm I'm just lucky that I'm not a very good professional YouTube channel after all, because I really messed that one up. But I can easily recover now by just saying that, hey, if you wanted a chance to watch some snooker and watch the finals, it's on YouTube. That's why I'm heavily promoting it, Ernie, because it's on YouTube. It's easy. It's available to watch worldwide. That's the whole point. Well, except for countries that ban YouTube. But if you're in a country that does not ban YouTube, you can watch the WSF women's from Morocco. And nice. I'm so glad to correct myself, and Ernie, I'm glad that I'm not one of those that would scrap the whole program because I made a mistake and don't want to look bad. I'll admit it. I look bad. I haven't been the best health wise. Back to like I say, like I feel like I feel a little bit better now, Ernie, because I've been lying down. When I said I started lying down, and Yeah, it feels better when I lie down for a bit. I'm feeling really good now. I only have to get up one more time, Ernie. And what was I say? Yeah. Oh, the Johnstone point. We already mentioned that one. Yeah. So Ernie, the snooker is going to be. Um, if there's not a big major event in the snooker, then this will be gone. England and Johnstone Paint, obviously, but England's probably going to snooker. England's probably going to stay up. Okay, so the Johnstone Plate and this will be gone for the next edition. If there's another big tournament coming up, but this stays up too definitely because of course January the 24th to February the 1st. Opportunity to watch this live on YouTube. Remember, 6 hour difference. YouTube, you gotta check. Just you just when there's a will, there's a way. People will figure it out for themselves, Ernie. And yeah, like I said, snooker fits our mantra, and especially WSF women's. I don't care if it was the men's either or. I watch both equally. But I'm just so. But you're not gonna be gay. You're not gonna get a chance to watch the men's on YouTube because they'll have big tournaments usually. It's just that one off. This is like I think one off because Ernie. It's in Morocco. Um, they're not like television crew to go down there and like like a sports crew, like say whatever sporting. It's good. It's the viewership. I can understand, but you know, it's like the like in Morocco, they're gonna supply the cameras and it's going to be a live stream on YouTube, so it's gonna work out perfectly to promote it like that, and like I said earlier, it's glad that we could rectify the situation and say, hey, there's snooker and there's a championship and you can watch it on YouTube. Alrighty, Ernie, we're going to the last board. Alrighty, Ernie, we're going to surfing. We're still with the Lexus Pipe Pro from Hawaii, United States of America. And was started on January the 26th, and they're going to wrap it up on February the 10th. And this one is easily available on YouTube. Once again, YouTube. So, anyone out there that's interested in watching surfing, and if you can't see it live, you'll be able to catch it on YouTube and at least watch the highlights again. And well, either way, Ernie. Once again, we get to put the big TV on YouTube and catch the let's see catch surfing and the Lexus Pipe Pro. And you can actually it's just we could go on the YouTube channel right now. Just we're not obviously I'm only going to describe it. And Ernie, we could do being that we could use the television's YouTube, and we still have the laptop free, we could live stream that one, and we'll even have our own different font for it. Now, let's see. Let's go to let's just go to the WSL YouTube channel. Okay, WSL. It should give us the WSL. World Surf League. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Alexis. Yeah. World Surf League. You go on there. You go on the World Surf League, and regular, you got your YouTube channel here, and it's home video, shorts, community. Okay, shorts, videos, live. Okay, live. We're gonna obviously live. Lexus Pro. It's actually, is it live right now? Oh, streamed 1 day ago. Oh, okay, but well, they stream for 8 hours long. So yeah, it's a whole day. They just that's probably why television stations, you could pick and choose when you want to see it, but either way, um, well, the thing is, we're doing our part, Ernie, and that part is promoting world sports through, world peace through sports, and promoting world peace through sports. Surfing is, once again, how can it not go? How can it not be peaceful? Surfing fits the sports news review, fits the world sports news with Ernie's mantra. Um, yeah, well, in sports news review would like to do that too, but we don't do combative sports on sports news review with Ernie, like world sports news with Ernie, I should say. I'm getting the two mixed up. Sports news review is the channel. World sports news with Ernie is a program that's on the YouTube channel, Sports News Review. Now, and different because sports news review we do NFL football mostly, when it's not world sports news and Ernie. The rest of it's mostly NFL football. Now, or college football coming up. We're gonna do the college football game with Coach Coyote or the Munchie Brothers. One of the two. We're gonna do. I think we'll do with the Munchie Brothers because. Asking Coach Coyote stand up for a long time is a hard, and I can do that to him. So, what I'm saying, Ernie, is that there's Ernie. Would I love to have that 200-inch television? Minimum 150-inch television, and watching surfing late at night from Hawaii. It just would feel so nostalgically when I was young. I always wanted to watch it when I was young, and now the technology's there, so it's just a matter of using the technology to your advantage in life and taking advantage of using it. So with that, surfing will be up next still, but with that we got our odd sport review and this will be our last news item, and it's coming, and it's going to stay up because we're not going to have the winner yet. It's going to be Norway. I got up this time early. Norway, February the 3rd to the 9th, and reindeer. I think we call it caribou. I'll make sure. Okay. Let's see. Let's try. I'm gonna try. Let's see. It is a reindeer called caribou. Yeah, Ernie, is that they call it reindeer, and it just caribou is what we say in Canada mostly, like the caribou. So, they're different. They're a special breed. These are domesticated caribou, Ernie. They're not grabbing like Ernie. Ernie's worried. Like, oh, wait, but caribou, they're majestic creatures. As they say, creatures, as in they're majestic animals that, in the wild. And I said, yeah, I agree, Ernie. I agree with you 100%. They are, and in Canada, it's called caribou, and I consider them like such a beautiful, majestic creature, as they say, creature animal, and I like the, like I said, I've never seen a caribou in the wild. Like, it doesn't count. The domesticated ones don't count. You can't. but animals have to learn just like Ernie, animals, or like just like humans have to learn in life is the pact. It's hard. It would be hard to like. It can be done to get if you want to start trying to get the you know domesticated caribou into the wild. It's tough. I mean, because the young caribou learn from the older ones how to forage, and you know, like they need the right environment, I should say, the correct environment. There's no right and left in this one or center. They need the perfect environment to live in, and the wild caribou, I'm saying, and yeah, and sadly, and Ernie is well aware too. He doesn't want to hear it. I don't either. I don't like that. That yeah, caribou numbers in Canada are not. You would think that in Canada we'd have a lot of reindeer, caribou, and they're they're just and there's so many factors that come in play. And yeah, Ernie, I don't want a world without wild caribou. I just don't want to see that world. I want to see a world with wild caribou and numbers before I was even born, and you know, with the moose and the bear and you know all the majestic creatures like that, as they say, animals, I should say. Oh, like I it's something I want the generations like in generations to have, you know, like. But as far as like, I understand. I understand it's. I mean, I don't know. Do we get into this thing, Ernie? I understand. Is it a sports news review with the World Sports News Ernie program? We have to look into like, is it very exploitive? Because animal, it's. I've looked a little bit into it, Ernie. I didn't look much into it, but I did see that it's like one. It's they're not like hurt. I mean, they care like the reindeer like to run, as they say. I mean, it's like they're only pulling one person. That's it. Let me look at it again to make sure. What I'm gonna do is go to the YouTube channel, and I'm gonna put the let's actually just go to YouTube itself, and then I'm gonna type in the search bar. I'm gonna type in so it's I'm gonna type in Norway reindeer. Not sledding, because it's not sledding. It likes to give me sledding, but that's when they're just pulling kids. That's when you're just pulling kids. They're very light. Racing. Ernie, I was in good shape a long time ago, and I actually like on a skateboard with a harness. It was a husky. It was a female husky, and I actually like I was in really good shape at the time. I was weighing 175 pounds. I forget how many kilos that is right at the moment, but um, Ernie, I remember one time someone had a husky, and I took it out for a walk, and I decided I was taking it out for walks for a while, and then I I decided like, hey, there's somebody with a skateboard. And I said, hey, can I see that skateboard? And I want to see if you pull me. And they said sure. We ran like the skateboard ran so fast, Ernie. It was insane. Lucky I remembered how to skateboard again. I crouched down. I really crouched down. I didn't. People stand up for some reason. You're better off crouching down really far. And she, as in the dog, was pulling me, And wow, were we ever going fast? I couldn't believe how fast we were going. And then I had a long leash, like rolled up long leash. So to stop, I knew how to. I had an idea how to stop. I would just let the leash go slowly and just go. Okay, like I go. Okay, slow down, slow down, slow down, and just give it tug, 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 and just like letting the leash go. Like she would like it would go farther and farther away from me, and I would tug, tug, tug a little bit, just tug, give it a notice saying we're gonna have to stop because we're getting too close, to like to the main road. We were on a side road, and long. We were going on for a while. And Ernie, I mean, for whatever reason, I was just sitting. We stopped finally, and we went to the side, just like the side patch of grass because out in the country you don't have curbs. I'm saying, like, this before the ditch, you know what I mean, before the irrigation ditch, you know what I mean, and we're just sitting. I'm just sitting there waiting, for the person that is the family member of that dog, the human. I'm saying, like the human. I call it there was the family member, because, anyways, so we like it was the most, like, how do you say, the moment of, like, she loved it so much that I'm talking about the dog, the husky, the female husky. She loved it so much, and it I've never seen anything like it, where it was like it put its top of its head on top of my underneath my chin, and just wanted to, like, and I was kind of giving a hug, and it wanted me to hug it so bad, and it was like the camaraderie, camaraderie between, like, I never felt so close to, like, how do you say, like someone that's like that can't talk, like, so, like a dog that can't talk to me. But we were like best of friends, you could say, because it wasn't part of my family. Unfortunately, I would love to. I've never had, like, the old way of saying is, did you ever own? I don't believe in saying own. Like, we don't own things. Like, when it comes to living animals, I don't consider like, if they're family members, you want to consider. I consider that we equal, like, the own people. No, we don't. I don't want to. I don't want to say we can't. We shouldn't be allowed to own anyone. No one should be allowed to own. But as far as, like we say, we have to get realistic. Like, just because of my world, I don't want to say I own a dog. I want to say the dog is a part of my family, and I'm just saying that, like, wow, what a kinship. And I just, it was a magical moment, and that's why this whole reindeer racing, it can be like that. Like, if you're treated properly with I could see myself back in that time zone when I was, when I was in really good shape and only 175 pounds. I could see myself getting attached with a reindeer, and to do one race, and that and it's not, you don't force. My opinion is that's what I'm looking at, is that you don't force, like, it's not forced. It's something that, like, the reindeer wants to do. And if it's treated properly, Ernie, it could be like the time with me and the husky, or the husky and I, is the proper way to say it in English grammar. And like, we generally bonded because they wanted to do it again, but like, we never really got a chance to do it again. I didn't. I mean, like I would be the same way back if I was, younger, much younger, and in very good shape, and I would really, really want to bond with my reindeer racing partner, and and not like there's no forcing. I don't. If it doesn't want to, I'd say so. It's fine. It's fine. It's still part of my family. Even like it'll have its own as I say, shed to live in with the straw and uh, and being it's domesticated, still it probably doesn't have. It does. There's no need for it to be torturous to that's another thing too. People don't realize is that even when it's very very cold out, yeah, the reindeer suffer. It's so the other if they can't find cover, they suffer. They suffer. That's probably why they put the young ones in the middle and they try to keep them warm. But it's like I said, Ernie. I'm hoping that's what I'm promoting is that like the I'm Well, I'm gonna make sure there's no volume. I'm just gonna. Well, I'm looking at it, Ernie, and I'm just trying to remember myself on the skateboard. See, they're on skis, and it's not hard on it when it's skis. But um, yeah, I mean, you, they do have an independent spirit about them too, and so well, I mean, I hope it. I hope it's. I'm looking at it, Ernie. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it, and if the reindeer doesn't want to run, it won't run. It's not. They're not going to run if they don't want to run. Do they understand first place second? No, they're just running. So um, you it's just a matter of the luck of the draw that the reindeer that you're partnered with in life that is one that really runs and keeps running faster and faster. You know, I could imagine if I was a reindeer back. How do maybe I'm not that competitive, and maybe because there's no competition between the individual reindeer. But I'm saying, Ernie, is that they don't know the first second place. They just run a run, and us humans put the first and second place and third place and all that. We're the ones that put all this up. But yeah, I was kind of just getting so nostalgic, just kind of seeing that, wishing that like Ernie. I'm glad that day happened in my life, and like I said, I seen the reindeer racing, Ernie. I was ready to go. So what if it's very exploitive? It didn't seem like it. Then that's why I put it up. So, well, it's the Odd Sport review of reindeer racing, and it's Norway, in the country of Norway, February 3rd to the 9th. So we'll have this up still, even on the next edition. You might have it up for two editions of World Sports. I don't know. I guess we could. Well, yeah, you know what? It's best to leave it up till the final, because even if next week, next Wednesday, it's because next Wednesday won't be the 9th. We'll leave it up one more week after that, and I'd say it's a good deal because it's hard to find these odd sports. Believe it or not. It's just you know like I'm gonna come up with more odd sports after this, Ernie. It's just this one. Well, like I said, we got the donkey racing next too, and there's the donkey racing is coming up. That'll be the next one for Odd Sport Review. But I think it's after the. We'll see. Might have to do another board for Odd Sport Review because there might be. Because we're gonna wrap this one up, we finish it up, and then we're gonna have probably another one. So Odd Sport Review might just get its own board, Ernie, and yeah, we could just leave the surfing up like this, and even if it's nothing underneath it, it's not a big deal. We'll figure it all out. We'll try to fit all four boards. I seem to have enough letters. I'm on. It's just amazing that I have enough letters to do 3 boards like this. And one thing I'm running out of is the letter A. I'm running out of a lot of A's, and you know what my favorite is? The numbers. My favorite is the numbers 2s because when it comes to NFL football, if I was doing scores, twos, and 2s, 3s, 4s could be like there's a lot of you get a lot of 1s, but yeah, 2s. It's just amazing how many 2s is needed. I get 10 of these 2s, and you get 10 of these 2s, and it seems crazy that you don't think you get enough. You can't get more 2s, because football scores need a lot of 2s. NFL football, I'm talking about, and all the teams. If it's a full slate of games, yeah, you're gonna have to. I have to switch out the 2s and other boards and all that. But okay, so we'll wrap up this edition of World Sports News with Ernie, and I'm just saying, we're looking for more boards, and you go to the dollar stores and they don't have these anymore. And I found one at Goodwill, Ernie, but it was this big one. It had these letters that made out of, it looked like some kind of metal or silver, but it was big. It was like huge. The board was huge, and I was like, I was thinking about it, but I'd love to see these. I would love for someone to. If they don't want them, because it paid $5 for each one, 5 something, with the tax and $6 in tax. I'd like to see these for like $3 at the Goodwills if you're willing to get part with it. And the letters in a bag. I want the letters so bad. I want the most is the vowels. Can't get enough vowels. I'm running out. Like I said, I got how many A's I got, and I'm running out. You can look at it. I used up how many A's just on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I used 6 A's. 6 A's just on this board alone. Yeah, you only get so many. What was it like? Maybe I can't remember how many per board. That came with the plastic. I had to rip all the numbers apart, like in the letters. Yeah, number 2. A's and 2s. Vowels, you could say. Vowels you can't get enough of. 2s, you can't get enough of those. You need more than you think you need when you're doing football scores, NFL football scores. Yeah, and then boards. 4 is nice. 4 is nice to have. You don't have... Like half the programming, Ernie, is behind the scenes, as I say, is putting these boards together, like all these letters together, and it takes time. It takes time of what you want to put. You gotta know from experience of doing this is you're running. I don't know why for some reason I thought it was the way to do this one was surfing, leave a space, Hawaii, USA, leave a space, leave a space. But then when they got down here, it was like, I don't have enough room. I'm gonna. No, I go. You know what? These odd sport were new by itself. Two spaces down, so to show it's different. I didn't have enough space for the hyphen like that, so I just did Norway, February the 3rd. Usually it's on the bottom, but I did Norway, February 3rd, reindeer. You can only put so much information. Is like you can only put so much information on it, and of course, and you know, it takes a while to like what you want to put on the board, how you want to put it on the board, and what kind of different ways you're going to put it on the board, so you can at least fit the information on it. And anyways, okay, so you know, Ernie, it's been a good time. It's been a groovy time, but an hour and 30 minutes, and I'm gonna say we're gonna wrap this up, and I get back in the real world. I liked when I'm in this world of world sports news and Ernie. I kind of zone out the world and I'm just happy to be in this world of world sports news with Ernie for the last 90 minutes. And I'll be watching this tomorrow. I'll be going on my manage the videos and then and watching this again. I'm gonna let YouTube load it up for the night. You know, it's gonna be fresh video, so take a while for it to roll up. But with all that, for all three of us, that's Felix sitting for me, I should say, and for Felix sitting on the desk, on top of the desk over there, and Ernie, all three of us are saying over and out.